started like this. Now, ask yourself this question. If you bring your knight out right away, what's he going to do? He'll attack your knight with his pawn, right? That's the key square. Excuse me. As early as move 1, we've identified the key square. So you have to make that to stop it from doing that. So you go here. Now you can bring your knight out. Now after this, he could have still done it. He could have pushed. But after pawn takes, the problem is that pawn could be very weak. You could bring your knight here and attack it. Okay, he could bring his knight out and guard it. But then you could bring your other knight out and attack it again. So he could do that move, but the problem is he would create a weak pawn. You see how he's weakened himself by doing that? So that's considered not. You don't mind them pushing the pawn forward as long as it becomes weak instead of strong. So, and you're attacking that pawn with your knight, so he came out to guard it, and now you built a house for your king. All right, here, 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 castles, and he played here. Now, green square, white square, bishop. We don't need them. We got to see now. See, once you identify what the key square is, which we figured out as early as move 1, now we can get rid of this guy, and he's going to give himself up for the knight because the knight can get to that square. So after this, it was bishop takes, queen takes. Now you bring your knight out, aiming toward that square, and you're also attacking this pawn at the same time. You see? So he goes to guard the pawn, and now guess what? We get to that square first. That's strategy, okay? Now he took, you took, he castled, and we went here, and he was setting a trap for us. If we go pawn takes the knight, he goes rook takes the queen. So we didn't fall for that trap, but what we did instead is we attacked 2 pieces at the same time with a fork. And now temporarily we're ahead of pawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 pawns. So we give back the pawn like this. Now he could have taken with the queen, but if he takes with the queen, this could get very dangerous where a rook comes over and attacks the queen and is attacking the knight. So he decided not to do that, but he probably should have. That's probably what he should have done. Because now we got into a lot of trouble. Yeah, he did. Although maybe, let's see, maybe it's not that simple. If he had done that, probably what we would do is, let's see, this was a tricky position. Can we guard that pawn with our, see now the pawn's attacked twice. Well, one of the tricks that we have is we could, no, if we do that, this is complicated. We might get away with this move here. And, we might get away with that move because we're attacking his queen and his bishop at the same time. He could go bishop takes our queen, and we would go knight takes his queen, and now the bishop is guarding that pawn, you see? And now we are threatening to go pawn takes knight and rook takes bishop all at once. So he didn't do that, but he probably should have done that because what he played, now his king is weak. You see when he pushed that pawn forward, now his king is weak. So we went here, and of course he goes to attack our queen. So he got his pawn back, but look, he built a house for his king and the house is falling apart. You see? His king is in danger. So what did he do? What he did now is he finally took that pawn, okay, and now I think he's ahead of pawn. Yeah, now he actually has an extra pawn, but when we played here, our bishop is attacking his rook, all right? And he has to guard the knight because the queen's, so this is his only move, and now we kept putting pressure. See, we brought our rook over, and now we got our pawn back attacking his queen. he brought his queen back here, and now we put more pressure. You see how we kept putting more and more pressure on him, like this. And what did he do now? He brought his rook up here and lost a piece. See, he was hoping we go rook takes knight, he would go rook takes queen, but instead we went bishop takes knight, and we win a piece. Because when he takes back with the bishop, we take back with the queen, and now we're ahead a whole piece. But, you know, so eventually you play the tactics, but, and then when he went rook takes here, and he took that, and here, and now he just has a bad game, he's down to knight. So, you know, we won the game. But it's all strategy, you know, you have to fight for that square, because if you ever let him push that pawn forward, and the pawn isn't weak and it's attacking your knight, then you could lose. It's very important to stop him right there and not let him get that move in. But every opening is different. Every opening has a different important square, and you have to just know, and usually you can tell as early as the first move. Let's look at another example of an opening where on the very first move you can tell what the key square is. Every opening, you do have to study some chess openings. But by having you do the King's Indian attack and the King's Indian defense and the perk, it's reducing the amount of your studying time, all right? You don't have to study as much as you would if you had to study every single opening. But, all right, let's look at the King's Indian, for example.